Hi, boys and girls. Mrs. Bassler's here. We're having an exciting week this week. We're going to be talking about insects, and I found the perfect book. And I found some friends to come along and visit you today. My book is actually from The Cat in the Hat. Knows all about these facts. It's a Dr. Seuss library, and it's called On Beyond Bugs, and it's all about insects. So let me show you the cover. And it has some of the same characters in all the Dr. Seuss stories that we have. It has the Cat in the Hat, and it has Thing 1 and Thing 2. And it has our little boy and girl that's usually at the area and at the home when the Cat in the Hat comes to visit. So let's get started. I'm the Cat in the Hat, and I'm glad that I found you. Right now, if you look, you'll see insects all around you. They live in the water, the earth, and the sky. Just wait, and you'll see soon an insect go by. There are millions of them. I will show some to you. Your mother will not mind at all if I do. Most insects you'll meet have hard shells and lay eggs. Praying mantis, butterfly, ladybug, grasshopper, black ant. They have wings and can fly, and they all have 6 legs. Spiders aren't insects. This news couldn't wait. Instead of 6 legs, every spider has 8. So here's those insects they were talking about. If you look at an insect up close, you will see that its body in part, and each insect has 3. First the head, then the thorax, and here at the end is the longest part, which is called the abdomen. So he is showing us a cricket. And if you notice, here's the head, here's the thorax, and this part back here is the abdomen. And Thing 1 and Thing 2, did you see them helping? Insects cannot see all the things that surround them, so they each have 2 feelers to touch things around them. An insect has feelers on top of its head. Some a lot like a thin piece of thread, while others look much more like feathers instead. We wish we had feelers, but we don't have any. You can also call them feelers by this name, antenna or antennae. So here he is showing you with a magnifying glass those antennas, the ones that look thin like threads and the ones that might look like feathers. Watch an insect and see all the things that it does. Some can swim, the diving beetle. Some can jump and crawl, the dog flea or the pipevine caterpillar. Others chirp, a cricket. Others flash, a firefly. Or buzz, bzzz, a bumblebee. Birds and frogs look for insects in order to eat them. Some insects work hard to make sure they don't meet them. Some, like this wasp, have bright colors that say, "Don't come near me, I'll sting you, so just stay away." This moth's rings are colored to look like the tree it's resting upon so that no one can see it. He's an underwing moth. So here are these birds and frogs looking for bugs. And can you see the moth in the tree? He's hiding. This spittlebug sits and he spits out a bubble. It's wet and it's cool and can save him from trouble. For when he's all covered in a bubbly foam, if a hungry bird comes, it thinks no one's home. So here's the spittlebug. Do you see him blowing a bubble? And then there's the bird that he can't figure out. Do you see that spittlebug? Or is he safe in his bubbles? Here's a riddle I learned from my mother. How's a skunk and a ladybug like one another? When in danger is near, it is easy to tell. They suddenly give up a terrible smell. I bet you knew a skunk sprays, but did you know that a ladybug can give off a stinky smell? And it can save her from them. These busy insects are my friends, the ants, and they like to eat seeds, other insects and plants. Ants are so strong they can lift things that weigh over 10 times their weight. And they do it all day. So if you were as strong as an ant, you would see you could lift up 10 cats in tall hats easily. So there's those ants. He can carry a fly. And there we would be if we were that strong. I don't know if we could really pick up 10 cats in the hats. Watch these honeybees, and I'm sure you'll agree that these bees are as busy can be. Worker bees collect food, and they keep the hive clean. They protect it from danger, and they wait on their queen. She must stay in one place. It is her job to lay dozens and dozens of eggs every day. So you're going to see some of these bees that are busy at work, keeping everything clean, catching food, bringing it back. And you're even going to see some bees that look like soldiers. And they are protecting the bee, the queen bee. Do you see the others look like they have brooms and they're cleaning? And you see others that are serving the queen her food. When a bee has discovered where food can be found, she goes back to her friends and she starts dancing around. First she wiggles, then she waggles in circles, and so all the other bees know which direction to go. When she finds food, remember she lands on a flower. To get the pollen, she goes back and she tells them, wiggles and waggles. And there's that dance. I have a bee with me today. It's not dancing yet. We could grow lots of flowers with the help from the bees. They store dust from each flower in the back of their knees. This dust is called pollen. Next flower they find, when they land on it, they leave some pollen behind. This is called pollination, and it makes new seeds and grows even more flowers, which everyone needs. So you can see the bee landing on the flower. Do you see the itty-bitty pollen behind its knees? Then it's going to fly to another flower. And that pollen's going to fall off. Make some seeds fall off that flower. Make some seeds. And we have more beautiful flowers. Some insects I know can be unwanted guests. Fleas and flies and mosquitoes can really be pests. Fleas live on cats and dogs, rats and hamsters and mice. They bite. It's quite itchy, which isn't too nice. But they're wonderful jumpers. Why, if we were fleas, we'd jump over a house and we'd do it with ease. So there are those mosquitoes and fleas and bugs. Oh, I have a bug on my finger. I guess he's going to read the book with us. Have you ever wondered, why does a fly buzz? Well, it beats its wings so fast, and each time that it does, its wings make a sound you can hear in your ear. And this sound lets you know there's a fly flying near. And here's a fact about flies that we both thought were icky. They can walk upside down since their feet are quite sticky. There's my bug. He's just hanging out looking. I don't think mosquitoes are very polite. When they're hungry, they land and they sting when they bite. But it's only the female mosquitoes that do. Male mosquitoes will never come bothering you. So it's actually the girl mosquitoes that bite us, those little itchy bumps we get when we're outside and playing. Caterpillars do something you might think is strange. They start out as one thing, then one day they change. Some spin a small house on a branch just like this, and this home that they make is called a chrysalis. If you watch it, you'll see when a few weeks go by, it turns into a beautiful butterfly. Here's a quick fact that we both thought was neat. Butterflies can taste their food with their feet. So here's that caterpillar. And it eats and eats and eats. And here's that chrysalis that can hang upside down. When it breaks out of there, look how beautiful the butterflies look. Now look at him pretending he's eating. But he can taste his food with his feet. Oh my goodness, did you know that, boys and girls? On warm summer evenings, you may see the light of fireflies flashing off and on in the night. They are like tiny flashlights. They float in the sky. And if you want to catch them, it's all right to try. Use a jar with a lid. Watch them glimmer and glow. Then open the jar and let them go. Oh, we love to catch fireflies in the summer. And it's so nice to watch them. All day and all night and on the ground and in the air, insects are moving around everywhere. It's important for us to keep learning about them. The world that we know couldn't go on without them. The butterfly, the ladybug, the ant, and the bee make everything better for you and for me. So that's the end of our book for today, boys and girls. I'm glad you can join me. And I wore some of my animals today, my little insects that we're going to be talking about all week. So I thought we'd get a little preview with the book, so we would know that when we're all ready to look at the butterfly or look at the bee or look at the ladybug, we'll know that those insects have how many legs? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And how many body parts? The head, the thorax, and the abdomen. And those insects are really nice because they help us. The bees take all that pollination around that they find the pollen on the flowers, and they drop it off on the other flowers, and that makes seeds to grow. The caterpillars are lovely to watch because they have a process where they go completely different from a caterpillar into that chrysalis and into a butterfly. So they almost look like they completely change. And we have our ants that walk on the ground, and they're very, very strong. So please join us this week to take a look at the YouTube videos and learn about the insects with us. Now, until I see you on Zoom, have fun, boys and girls, and we'll see you soon.